Right then, this weekend is Danny Garcia's final fight, and thank God he has decided to finally hang the gloves up because that fight against Arislani Lara in his last one just over a year ago was horrible, absolutely horrible to watch. Um, he struggled badly and quit in the corner. As much as he says he didn't. He did. It wasn't the corner that pulled him out. Danny Garcia said, like the referee asked Danny Garcia, "Are you done?" He said, "Yes, I'm done." Those words came out his mouth. The camera was right on the corner when it was said. There's no hiding from it at all. That is exactly what happened. Um, yeah, they're charging us a lot of bloody money for this, aren't they? Pay per view on millions or something. Never even heard of the site. I think that's probably because um, from the UK. But look, this fight against Daniel Gonzalez, Danny Garcia should win. Daniel Gonzalez has 21 wins, seven knockouts. Danny Garcia is known to have had a granite chin. That's until he got dropped against Erislandy Lara in his last fight. And, you know, Danny Garcia has always, throughout his whole career, been known as a guy who has never been dropped, a guy with a granite chin, a guy who never stops fighting, never quits. And in his last fight, single handedly, we saw him get dropped and we saw him quit. Not good. Look, it was clear he's having problems outside the ring. He's out for just over 2 years. After that, Jose Benavidez Jr. winning, which was a shame to see him take so long out after because he looked very good, boxed a very good fight against Jose Benavidez. Look, yes, I know Benavidez just moves forward in a straight line, does nothing, but Danny Garcia worked the body very well, was ridiculously quick, and there wasn't loads of overthrowing. Look, with Danny Garcia, he just always brings violence. He always brings entertainment. But I think in that fight against Jose Benavidez, the one before the Lara one, I think he looked very good. He mixed up his shots better than I think we've ever seen before in that fight. So it was a real shame to see him take a while to take 2 years out after that and then come out and look at what happened in that Erislandy Lara fight. It was a very sad watch for him, a very, very, very sad watch to see. But look, we want to see him go out on a high, of course, because he always brings war, he always brings entertainment, Danny Garcia, and I expect him to win. I'm gonna say beats Daniel Gonzalez. I think Gonzalez is tailor made for him to beat, and that's always what it should be in a final fight. Fair play to Daniel Gonzalez for getting in there with him. He's gonna get his payday, but reality is Danny Garcia should have his number, and Danny Garcia should absolutely smash him out of there. Um, yeah, we need to see a knockout here. We need to, and I want to see, prime Danny Garcia back. We're not going to see it, but I want to see Trake's back. I want to just see him just go all out, just go all in for this fight. Go all in, go all out, whatever you want to say. Um, because he's got one of those styles where he can just take war. He can go those 12 rounds. He's got the pace for it. I mean, has he now? I don't know, but we've seen throughout his career he has, but I don't know if he has now. Look, instead of talking about prime Danny Garcia, let's talk about what we saw in that actual last Lara fight, which is over a year ago now. And he's aged another year. He's 37. It's not, and Danny Garcia looked about 43 years old when he fought Lara. I thought he was older. Lara was 41 at the time of the fight, and Danny Garcia was 36. Danny Garcia looked about 45 years old last time against Lara. The way he went down as well, it's like he had a bad back. It's like his back was just so stiff. Honestly, it was incredible the downfall that happened in that last fight against Lara in a single night. How that happened? Look, I didn't predict him to win the fight, and we've seen Danny Garcia lose fights before, but always give it his all, always go all out. But the Eris Lara fight, it's like what were we watching? What were we watching? And I don't think we're gonna see that this time round. We're not gonna see prime Danny Garcia. But what I meant was, is I want to see him go all out. I want to see him swinging. I want to see, that good Danny Garcia style, even if it is a B-Tech version of it, which is very likely, which it will be a B-Tech style. It's not even likely. That is what we will get. But it's one that this is a fight that Danny Garcia should win. But whether he looks good doing it, I don't know. Surely he's got to get some. I mean, it might be a fact of, it's a very close and dull fight. I don't know if it'll be entertaining. I think Garcia is just gonna. I don't know if he just will just look so messy, just so out of place. I don't know. I don't know. But I hope he wins it. I hope he wins it. Look, the fans are being scammed by it as well, because I have a feeling this is not going to be a good fight to watch at all, and they are making us pay an extreme amount of money for it. Um, so it's not the strongest of undercards either, is it? It's not like it's an amazing pay-per-view. I don't even know why it's on pay-per-view, but I mean, millions, whatever they're showing on, want to make money, but I don't see this doing well on pay-per-view, even though, it's all being advertised as Danny Garcia's last fight. You never know, it might not be. Surely it will be. But, even if that, like, I've only recently just found out that this was happening. I was just seeing, what boxing's on this week? Oh, wait, Danny Garcia's fighting. Like, if you want to sell a pay-per-view, like, make sure people know about the fight. I've only recently just found out Danny Garcia's fight. And I got all excited because I was thinking there's not really any boxing on this week, on the weekend. I mean, you got the Matchroom show, Lidard versus Conway on the Friday, though. Over the weekend, it was like, there's nothing. But no, Danny Garcia is actually fighting. It's his final fight. Um, yeah, it needs more promotion if you're going to do that. But I expect Garcia to win. I'm going to say he knocks him out late, but it's going to be messy, it's going to be scrappy. Could be even. He could be down on the cards even when it happens. But yeah, he'll win. He'll win. He'll win. Anyway, thank you for watching.